Hi, my name is Vasken Kalajian, and thank you for this opportunity to speak to you personally. I am the Managing Director of GK Brand in USA. We are operating from two offices, one in New York City and one in Westport, Connecticut. GK Brand is a full-service digital branding agency. Companies and agencies partner with us for very niche branding services. We have basically streamlined the process to three-phase approach. The first phase that is market research phase. Second phase is strategy, and third phase is ideation, creation, and the launch. In the first phase, we provide full service market research services such as quantitative, qualitative, online, focus groups, interviews, and so on. In the second phase, where we take our findings from the research phase and the full SWOT analysis and identifying the competitive advantage of the client and the brand, then we are able to develop the full brand strategy. And this is a very, very detailed and very robust document that includes every aspect of the brand, from the strategy, the positioning, and then the variation of the brand positioning, both for internal and external, both product and corporate, both regional, national, and global experiences. And this brand positioning is then further condensed to develop what we call is the elevator pitch. And the elevator pitch is also, we have variations both internal and external, depending who the stakeholders are and who are our audience that we're speaking to. After that, what we then we create taglines, and we have very talented and creative writers on our team who are specialists in tagline development, jingles, as well as naming. And occasionally companies come to us for naming, and in this phase we have specialists to name products, services, and as well as companies and websites. In the naming phase, we also do two crucial steps. One is called linguistic analysis, where we analyze the names linguistically by expert linguists that we have on our team. And we check the name for all languages in all different parts of the world, both for proper and slang usage, for memorability, ease of use, pronunciation, and so on and so forth. It's a very detailed analysis of the names that we come up with. And the other important and crucial aspect of the naming phase is the legal aspect. The legal aspect and the legal protection of a brand is very important to be considered at this phase. And here what we're doing is basically checking for trademark availability, registration, again, regional, national, and global for the brand. And once all of this is done, then we basically are complete with our second phase, and we move to this third phase, which is the creative phase, or the design and the ideation phase. And here we have a very, very talented, award-winning designers, and we have developed many iconic brands that have been around for decades, and as well as many new brands for products, companies, and services, and locations as well. And our designers and art directors and web designers and programmers are all really specialized in branding, so that the projects that we are doing are very branding focused projects. And we also have packaging department, where we have 3D modeling, ideation, and prototyping, and we have extremely well-versed color department to come up very, very unique brand colors, because very rarely we just pick a color out of Pantone, but brands are almost scientific approach that we take to color and developing color. And along with that, we have specialists in taste and smells. And smells are really important, because all the sensory associations with brands is what brings brands alive, and what imprints memories in our deeper subconscious. And these archetypal associations to brands, to the senses, go way back to our childhood. So here we have these special chemists who come up with special smells that then become associated with the brand experience. We also have specialists in textures and materials. Tactile and material experience of brands are important, more so in, let's say, products and let's say in an airline, or an experience that where the customers and the stakeholders are engaging with the brand on a tactile sensory level. And then what we do is then take all of this and translate it into the digital arena, where the experience is seamlessly expressed through the web, mobile applications, iPad, iPhones, and all sorts of Android and different types of phones, and then also the entire digital and online experience is expressed in a powerful and a seamless way. And finally, the brand launch. The brand launch is basically a very detailed plan how to navigate the change, or navigate the launch, or the transition from, let's say, an old brand to a new brand or a name, and so on. And this is very crucial and very critical, and we have specialists who just deal with the brand launch and the brand transition. In the branding, portfolio management and brand architecture, and analyzing a portfolio and determining what brands need more marketing dollars and what brands need to be phased out or folded under other brands, very important aspects of branding. And again, we have specialists as a full service branding agency that provide that. Finally, to successfully launch a brand is very critical. And this is where it's important for us to rely on and turn to our partner agencies, both for PR, marketing, advertising, media buying, and so on, and events and trade shows. We provide some of those services, but most of the time what we would do is bring in our partner agencies so that the client doesn't have to go to another agency. They could stay and continue the relationship with Tribe through the PR, through the launch, through the advertising, and so on. Tribe Global can be a very important partner for us, because after we create a powerful, well-researched, well-positioned, beautifully designed brand, we need reliable partner agencies to continue the engagement and the relationship with the client through the launch, whether it's the effective PR campaign, advertising, marketing, media buying, and so on. About trends, I would say niche, 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 specialized, specialized, specialized. We never ever come up with creative in a casual brainstorm of a copywriter and an art director sitting in a conference room and come up with some clever idea and have research department back it up and then try to sell it to the client, or more like jam it down the client's throat. We don't work that way. We never work that way. It's kind of a madman way of working. Our experience shows that when it comes to creating lasting and successful brands, certain steps, processes are essential. And advertising, marketing, or PR and web agencies should not pretend to be experts. That's like us pretending to be an ad agency or a PR expert. So would you ever trust your plumber to build your house? No. So you really need to go to a branding specialist, branding expert agency like GK Brand to get the real deep insight into branding and really creating lasting and effective and powerful brands. This is why in our branding agency we have specialists in market research, brand strategists, naming experts, trademark, legal experts, linguistic analyst, package design specialist, logo and typeface designers, color experts, brand portfolio evaluation experts. It is a very specialized, process-driven, rooted in research and based on strategy and sound positioning. Metrics and measures are paramount. Everything we do is tested, qualified. We can very accurately prove the end result. What do I see as the future of advertising and the agency model? Well, we're not an advertising agency, so I cannot speak about the agency model per se, but as a branding agency, we have always delivered more integrated approach to branding. We've always been very research focused and strategy based and backed with excellent creative, but now we're also giving our clients other types of high-level tactical advice in areas of organizational change and management and so on. Look, we've always done things like brand portfolio evaluation and management, brand simplification, employer branding, how to create successful employer brands, to engage them, to retain top talent and motivate the workforce and so on. But now we're finding that we're also consulting with the CEOs to work with some expert leaders. These are training partners, leadership consulting partners that we're bringing on board to improve the CEOs, the management's style, and to improve their performance. What we call the rebound rate. Look, it's not avoidance of failure anymore. Failure is inevitable. It's the rebound rate, the bounce back, that is proving to make the great corporate leaders of today and of the future. So, we can say that everything is constantly in flux, and times are changing faster than ever, technology and so on. And management styles are also having to change to keep up with the changing times. The traditional workforce is no longer the traditional workforce. Now, for the first time in human history, we have 4 generations working side by side in the workforce. And the new hacker mentality, the Silicon Valley, the venture capitalists, what they are investing in, what they are looking for, is a whole new breed of management style. And we're getting involved with much earlier in the process and much higher up in the organization, and working with the CEOs and the C-suites who are very savvy with brand portfolio management. They're very hands-on.